And the thing about using herdwick wool is that in the past, herdwick wool makes good rope. Now wool is so cheap we're burning it and throwing it away. Well, now it's gone up to about 20 pence a kilo, but it still doesn't pay. But it is at least some of them will be clipping it. I'm going to run this out to the other end. And I just pop it over the hook and back again, happening. So I'm going to use 6 strands, 6 yarns, that's 4. But I've only got 5 on there and I'm going up to the next hook. And you'll see why later on. And I'll put 6 on this one. I usually forget something when I'm packing everything up, you can see why. And of course, last time I did that. And that's the 6th one on that hook. Now, one of the disadvantages of this equipment is that I can't do it all single-handed. That there is a spacer, and that's when I'm twisting it, that's to stop them tangling up, because if they touch, and they do sway a bit, if they touch, suddenly the strands get tangled and it's a real dog's breakfast and I've got to throw it away. But if somebody could just hold this for me here, yeah, all you have to do is just stop it falling out, stop it twisting. Now, I'll probably put about 100 turns on. I'll see what it's like when I get there. Try and keep the speed the same as the person turning at the other end. You take that out and I replace it with this, and you can just put that down on the and you're going to be turning that handle that way, and I'm going to hold this piece, which is called the top, because it looks like a wooden top, and you see this is just a sort of a cone with grooves in it. Right, now if you both start turning that way, no, other way, that way, that's it. Yeah, and try and keep it the same speed each end. And you see, I'm leaving a piece of rope behind me here, and in fact, the twists are pushing this forward. All I'm doing is stopping it falling out. That's it, it's moving forward as it tightens. And you can adjust the tight by holding it back. You can make it tighter by just slowing this down as it goes. That's it. Right, thank you. And to test it, I just drop it down on the ground. It's rope. Sometimes it all jumbles up. So they'll pull as hard as you can.
Whoa, that's going nowhere, that, is it?
Just start with the hay loose like that. And you see, it comes out as a piece of rope. Now, if you just have a single strand like this, if I let go, it all comes undone again, no strength. It's twists that are giving it the strength. The weakest fibre will break when it gets tight, really tight. But if you're twisting it, before the weakest one has had a chance to break, the next one is already taking some of the load, and so on until they've all got it. Because it's all got a breaking strain at the time when this will break, but it's a long way off. It's a bit like, you know, the old-fashioned car springs, the leaf springs. The top spring bends until the one underneath it helps to take the load, and by the time it's got down through 3 or 4, it's really strong. You know, works the same way. I'll put the twists on. I'll do it on a bigger scale with this gadget in a few minutes. But well, let's see. You take that head twist. Now, if we get 2 ends together, like that, it twists itself, let go, it twists itself round, and that stops it from coming undone. So you've got to put two opposite twists on to get the strength, you see, and that's there's some strength, just that little bit of hay that fell apart. Yeah. And keep adding hay in. And when you've gone as far back as is convenient, you can then wind it up and keep going. So you have a long, long length. Yeah. When you fill that, you've got quite a lot of rope. And, this is what they call tops or rovings. Will be pulled out and spun into a yarn. Just stand there while I'm doing it. And again, strength, you see? Just try pulling it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's strong.
Where have you processed these?
Oh, this has been processed. This has been processed. It's been scoured. Put my hand underneath, and I give it a twist, and I put it over there. And I give that one a twist. And I put it over there. A right hand twist there, a left hand twist over. Right hand twist. And so I don't have to make a long length and double it to get it two strands. I'm doing the two strands as I go along. And this in terms, it'll be reasonably strong. Of course, it depends what you want to make. For some things, you want something very strong. A rope that's going to catch a wild cow or horse has to be pretty strong. Hold it in this hand. Now, yes, give that a twist. No, that, yes, that's right, that way, yeah. And now take it over there and swap over and give this a twist. First twist gives the strength. The second twist stops it from under it. And every time you add a twist, it's gaining in strength. Not a lot, but a bit, you know, rather than weakening. So that's that. Now you can use all sorts of materials. Those are wool. That's wool.
But when you rive something, if you want it to not run out, then you bend the heavy side. I think you should all know about that by now. And this is all that I'm going to do with this is the same. I'm going to bend the thick heavy side. And hopefully a thin little slither is going to come off. So I'm going to first of all just find out where I can bend it, which is about there. Put a little tiny nick in the wood, and that should hopefully pop out. Now if there's a lot of bark on there, it sort of holds it closed a little bit. Underneath it's breaking. If we can just get it to burst through the bark, then is it there? Nearly there. And just pop that up. It cuts a little bit deeper. So this is pretty fast grown willow, so each growth ring is really quite thick, so it's quite a chunky bit of wood that we're taking off on this bit. And it's a technique that Ruth and David that came down to run this course this week from North Wales, they spent the last few years really learn how to do this. It doesn't seem like anybody's doing it anymore. So they're really keen to spread the message, and so that more and more people can remember how this works. So I think the idea is not to pull this off, because if I start pulling that, then I'm going to be bending this thin piece and it'll run out. You have to encourage it a little bit sometimes. In fact, we've actually got two strips coming out there as well. We've got one and then we've got two, and then we can split the other one down. Maybe that's how we could do it. Your only limit really is how, for thickness of rod, is what you can bend. If you can't bend it, then it's going to be too thick. Once you've gone all the way down one side, you can then rotate the rod and take another strip off the back, and then work your way round and take the growth ring off the whole way round. And if the rod's thick enough and there's enough growth rings, you can then take another layer off too. A bit tight there. Where there's little knots, they tend to stick on those.
And of course it's followed the grain down, so to speak, so there are no weak points in it where it crosses the grain, are they?
That's right. I think I might just pull that out there. Can probably rive this right down the middle as well. A little bit like the oak. So I'm trying to feel, it might run out this, I might not be able to do this, but I'm trying to feel which is the thick side, and just give that thick side more of a bend. And then also once you've gone all the way around, that's starting to run out quite a lot there on that side. It's getting very close to the bark. Once you've gone round the whole rod and taken off all of these strips, the central core is really, really flexible then. So you can use that to make hoops, so that you can make a frame basket. I'll show you one in a second. I'll show you one of the cores in a minute, and you can feel how that feels like. There. So that's quite a soft bit there, and then that's one of the pieces. And then to use it, you'd then dress it out a bit as well. Try and straighten it up a little bit, the knife, just to sort of plane it off, tidy it up. And then make another 100 of those and you can make a basket.
Down a few inches. Now suddenly I find I've got two separate twisted straps right now. And then you take the first and you go around and you go under that fourth one, over that one, and you go round the other way and you come up between the first and second there and over. Yes, you always take the outside one, you go round the mind. It's nice stuff to work with. There's always plenty of it about. You can always find a willow growing somewhere. Even on sand dunes, there is a variety of willow that doesn't need a lot of water. I think it occurs naturally in North Germany in the Baltic.
Oh, okay. Like that.
Nice and easy to work when it's freshly cut.
Yeah, this is getting a bit woody at the bottom here.
And it's all bolted together. These are ordinary blades you use on standing knives. You can get them cut and you can throw them away when they get muddy. You can go down it like that, and particularly if you've already stripped the bark off, you can put it on the table or on a bench and you can go along it. Manila was the best, strongest natural fibre you could buy. You can either double them, so you've got shorter lengths, or you can do the 4 strands. 3, 4. It goes over. That's right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and for neatness, you can twist it as you go over, so that it. That's right. Now that goes underneath, behind. That's it. Up between the first and second.
Oh. Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, and over the third.
And down there.
That's right.